Um, so I got a couple of notifications yesterday.
Okay.
People didn't like my Angel Reese take.
Okay.
So you know what I'm gonna do?
What at?
I'm going to do it again.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna piss him off and do it. I'm gonna piss him off and do it again.
That's what we're here
From
for.
my eyes with facts in front of me because they were saying, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." Oh yeah, watch this. And our next two words are as follows: Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh God, that freaking seal. Let's go, baby!
That dadgum seal.
And they'll be clapping today.
Yes, they will. Good morning. Welcome to the Wacky Women's Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. This first hour is powered by Invader Coffee. Veteran owned, air roasted, and unapologetically bold. If you're waking up with me, don't settle for weak brews. Grab Invader Coffee and start your morning like a rebel. Use the code Snowman at checkout for a bold discount and an even bolder cup. Y'all know the rest. Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Doing good.
Me too.
Oh my Lord, I had an interesting day yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy. Everybody's had an interesting day.
Apparently so.
All right. What?
I will lead things off.
All right.
Oh,
With a well, let me just say this. I got a little bit of feedback yesterday.
Okay.
And people didn't like what I said about a certain WNBA player.
Oh boy.
Is the one that we talked about yesterday?
I went home. I slept on it. I talked to my wife this morning, and she had an evil grin on her face. Okay. So instead of taking the high road, I'm going to do it again.
Sir, may I ask, is this the same WNBA player who
Yes.
last name is coincidentally the same as a candy that a lot of people like?
Yes, and yes.
Oh boy.
Are we talking about Miss Brick herself?
I will need this camera for about 8.5 minutes.
Is there another
whoa.
I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to go harder.
This could be like a 10-minute YouTube video that we could post later.
That's why I want y'all to fall back until I'm finished.
Okay.
Do I need to go get the
I'll go finish making my food, boss man. You got it.
Fire this sumbitch up.
Hank? Camera's yours.
There we go.
Okay. The first time I saw Angel Reese, she was giving Caitlin Clark the John Cena treatment. And rightfully so, because she earned her NCAA championship, which put her above Caitlin Clark, because that's the ultimate goal, is to win a championship. Correct? Correct. 1 year later, she played a gutty game against those same Iowa Hawkeyes. 17 points, 20 rebounds. Shane and I did that game.
Mm-hmm.
She went out with a knee injury. Said, nah, I want more of this. I want to bring my team back to the Final Four. Unfortunately, Caitlin Clark said, you gets nothing and like it, and drops a 40 burger, which resulted for LSU in a big fat So you would think, Victor, how many times have I said that?
Too many to count.
That it would motivate her to be ready for the WNBA. You would think that the fans of Angel Reese would realize she still has some work to do to get better. When you move to the next level, you start at the bottom and climb your way up. Right?
Right.
Angel Reese has started at the bottom and has stayed there. Even with her saying she's not the only reason, and we know the she who she is referring to, number 22, because number 22 has gotten all the spotlight. She's gotten all the attention, the camera shots, even when injured and everything. I understand the fatigue. Trust me. But Angel Reese, from a basketball standpoint, you unapologetically suck ass. When you have to create a category to try and prop yourself up, and your fans, by the way, y'all remind me of bronzexuals. Only worse. Because Angel Reese sucks at the game of professional basketball. Period. Every time she puts up a layup, she misses. Now, there are more players in the WNBA that miss layups. I know that. I saw it last night in Atlanta. But Angel Reese, for God's sakes, you were the 7th pick in the first round of the WNBA draft last year. What the hell happened? What the hell happened to you being the villain? What the hell happened to you proving yourself in the W? Let me tell you, you haven't. Let me ask another question. This is fundamental. This is basketball fundamentals in and of itself. What the hell happened to you using a very key fact? You are a lefty. You know how dangerous you would be if you actually worked on your game and listened to Lisa Leslie for more than 3 weeks? You went to Unrivaled to shape up your game. It worked for Nafisa Collier. It worked for, I cannot recall her name. Yes, I can. Brianna Stewart. It didn't work for you. Why? Because you kept playing behind the scenes. It seems that social media and being a fashionista is your game rather than playing the sport where your bread is buttered. You suck, Angel Reese. Until you decide to get in the gym and get better, and so far I don't think you have, though a double-double last night, and I'll get to that in a minute, may take the heat off of you. But there's one word, Angel Reese, that you are missing. I've talked about it about myself, about this show, and other athletes. That word is consistency. Do you know you've only beaten Caitlin Clark once since both of you became professionals? And you both are going to be tied at the hip forever and ever. Amen. You both are going to be tied at the hip. Because Caitlin Clark was first overall, you went 7th overall. You know what's so bad? Camila Cardoso, a most outstanding player, went ahead of you to Chicago. She went 3rd. You went 7th. Can part of this be blamed on the organization? Absolutely it can. When you're changing coaches and changing owners and things like that, it's going to mess with you. But you're supposed to let the organization do its job, and you're supposed to do yours. And Angel Reese, you ain't doing yours. You're not playing basketball, man. You're not living up to what was supposed to be your standard, which is being that of the villain and producing games every single time that you play that will get your attention in a positive manner. You're a me player, not a we player. We saw that at LSU. Okay? You're worried about your stuff rather than the team stuff. And every time a Caitlin Clark question comes to you, you dodge it like Wonder Woman dodging bullets. At the game of basketball, Angel Reese, you're awful. At the game of basketball, Angel Reese, you can't play. At the game of basketball, Angel Reese, to the point, you suck. You get bullied in the post by shorter players. You get bullied outside by outside players. More than Caitlin Clark, okay? You haven't put your skill set together, and you do have one. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You do have one. You have a skill set. You haven't refined it since you've been in the pros. You even used 3 months at Unrivaled to try to make it better. Guess what? You didn't. And I'll wrap this up by saying you lose 4 out of 5 to the team and player that you can't stand. 4 out of 5. You understand that? The lone game that you won was a miracle comeback, which I loved seeing. 26 points and 25 points and 16 rebounds. You, Angel Reese, led that comeback. Where did that player go? Where did that player go? You disappeared, and every time since then, you've come up shorter than Mini-Me on a stepladder at the world's smallest Hell in a Cell. And it gets smaller and smaller and smaller every time you play a big game like this past Saturday in Chicago, where the spotlight was on you. It wasn't on Caitlin Clark because she wasn't playing. Okay? But believe me, Caitlin Clark is the reason teams are switching their games from small arenas to big ones. Not you. Because you don't have the game that captivates attention. You don't have the game that captivates people. You don't have the game that captivates fans to watch you play. You captivate fans with your fashionitis. All right? But Victor said it best a week ago. It has come down to a choice. It has come down to a time where you need to pick a lane. You haven't. And I fear you won't, because you love the attention. Haven't you realized that you're getting attention sometimes for the wrong reason? Haven't you realized that yet? I'll answer that. No, you haven't. You have the spotlight on you. Before I get too far off track, because I feel myself going on a tangent, let me stay on task here. You had the spotlight all to yourself in Chicago. 19,246 at the United Center. And you put up 4 points in 27 minutes. Oh, by the way, the Indiana Fever kicked your ass again. Just like they did last year when they came to Wintrust Arena and hung 100 points on you and whipped your ass again. The first 2 games were close. Don't get me wrong. Last year, first 2 games were close. Since then, you haven't been a factor, period. And you haven't developed your game to be a factor. You haven't added any skills to your game as a 6'3" forward. Do you know how dangerous you can be if you actually had the mindset and the skills to back that up? Once again, LeBron James, hello. And as much as I want to cuss, I know my wife is listening and she's our co-producer and I got stations listening, so I'm going to play nice and I need to play nice. You had the spotlight on you. Again. You messed it up. Again. You were a non-factor against the Indiana Fever. You were a non-factor against the New York Liberty. A game you lost by 16 points, by the way. Yes, Angel Reese put up a double-double in the game against the New York Liberty last night in Brooklyn against the champs. But what was the end result of that game? Face facts, Angel Reese. At the game of professional basketball in the WNBA, in 2 words, you suck. And you'll always suck until you get it in your mind that I need to refine my game. I need to get my ass in the gym and get stronger, because once again, you get bullied in the post often. Often. You have more rebounds in your career than points. What in the no, give me this button here. You have more rebounds than points. In a question,
What in the all types of blue hell
is wrong with that picture? You don't get it. You won't get it. And it is my fear that within 2 to 3 years, you're out of the league. And they're going to tell you, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. You suck, Angel Reese. Get better before you start talking ish to other players and to your fans. Now, scram. Bada bing.
Bada boom.
I'm not gonna say anything
There ain't nothing to say.
because no, the reason why is because she did what I asked her to do. Today, that last game, she did good. 17 points. I can't get mad at that. That's not on her.
Mm-hmm.
That is on the team. Again, I don't know if it's coaching staff or Camila Cardoso, because where did Cardoso go? 19 minutes, 8 points.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to give Angel Reese the criticism when she flops, we also have to give her credit when she does well.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
I said that I wanted
where the fatigue is real, dealing with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, skipping Nafisa Collier, skipping Jonquel Jones, Sabrina Ionescu, Marina Mabry,
Mabry,
and other players that have a shining light on them.
I mean, heck, Aaliyah Austin's looking
The
great.
world champion New York Liberty 9-0. Hello.
I mean, like, one thing that I see in Angel Reese right now is that it's giving me the same exact thing I've been saying for a while now. I would rather have Sabrina, Aja, or Caitlyn starting in my lineup right now based off their current performances than Angel Reese. Now, if we're talking defensive side, then maybe I'll throw Reese in.
Right.
But if we're talking offense, we need offense. We're lacking in scoring. I'm not grabbing Angel Reese.
Okay, but I'm asking this way. Do you think that she did better than she did last game?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. We have to be fair.
Yes.
If we're going to give Caitlyn enough time for her to slip and fall, then we need to do the same for Angel.
And we need to do the same. We need to do the same for everybody. And speaking of which, I think I'm going to get fried.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
What are you doing here?
Agent Zero's in the building. What's popping, brother?
There is.
Do not adjust your dials. Don't change the channel. Yes, it is a Wednesday, and yes, I am in the building.
Hold on. I guess you hear people saying we want truth, and he arrived.
Yes. Yes.
Just don't cut.
Wait. I love what he said when he came in. Do not adjust your sets.
Well, I figured.
I remember texting in the group chat. I was like, all I said in the group chat was "our truth," and then I know Brian privately texted me. He was like, "What do you mean our truth?" And I was like, "Look it up."
Yeah,
I did.
I figured if any day Playmaker would miss, it'd be today because of what we got to do in hour 2.
I know. He's going to be gone for hour 2 because he doesn't want to put up with it. But I will give Playmaker the floor right now.
Go ahead.
Look, what is going on with the Chicago Sky right now? It is.
That's what the hell I'd want to know.
Please tell me. I don't know.
Tell me. I'm from Chicago. Tell me. Please.
Tell us. Please.
It is the worst basketball I've ever watched.
Oh, my Lord.
Exactly. What?
Oh, my Lord.
Like, I talked about it. Me and Cole talked about it on Streaming Lights Out Monday.
Yes.
Yeah, I was able to hear it.
Same here.
Look. Of course, Angel Reese is going to be the focal point because she's the face of the franchise.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, fairly or unfairly, the criticism and the praise is going to go to her.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
This team
oh boy
has no direction.
None.
This team has no leadership.
None.
This team has no cohesiveness.
Preach.
Nada.
Okay.
This team has no spine.
This team has no spirit.
Spine, Victor. What is spine? I don't know.
The Chicago Sky are a shell of itself from last season.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm looking at the organization. I'm looking at Taylor Marsh. I said it, I'm going to say it again. Taylor Marsh. You came from a championship culture and Las Vegas Aces.
Mm-hmm.
You was on the staff with Becky Hammond when they won 2 titles.
Mm-hmm. Back-to-back titles, as a matter of fact.
You get to Chicago and you look lost, which is the most completely other thing I'm trying to figure out right now.
Yep.
Just remember that Mike McCarthy had won a chip, I think, with Green Bay, and then look where that happened. Look where that got him in Dallas.
Oh, Jesus.
That's Mike McCarthy. We don't count him.
See, that's a different thing. I'm going to tell you why that's different, Victor. What team did he go to?
Well, exactly. That's why the Cowboys. That's why the Dallas wanted him because they said, well, he won in Green Bay. He could win here. Again, look how that turned out.
after 5 seasons.
There's a different kind of pressure when you go to a team like the Dallas Cowboys, just like it is with the New York Knicks right now, who can't find a head coach because nobody wants that pressure right now.
Nope.
I mean, they were looking to interview Jason Kidd, but word is he's going to stay in Dallas.
Jason Kidd's having none of it.
Say, I am not going across the street to the Knicks.
Nope.
I will stay my behind at St. John's.
Right
in the house.
Jay White said, I am not coming out of retirement to coach the Knicks. That is a different type of pressure. When you go from Las Vegas Aces to the Chicago Star, there's no pressure.
True.
Pressure?
True.
What pressure?
That's why this is so mind-blowing. When you have a game and nobody, and I mean nobody scored double figures in the game. Nobody scored double figures in the game. That is a huge problem.
19,496.
The first ever WNBA game in the United Center.
Ever. And it won't be the last one.
Wait a minute.
And again, I'll repeat the attendance. 19,496 in Chicago. Go ahead,
Shane. The first ever game played in the United Center in the WNBA. They saw their home team have nobody score in double figures.
How many people scored in double figures?
And the Indiana Fever, without Kate McClark, without Sophia Cunningham, still whooped that ass.
Oh my God!
Belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
That was a woodshed woman.
BTA, just like my Panthers to the Carolina Hurricanes. Sorry, Blake.
Pedal to the metal and foot to ass.
You know what makes it so worse? Because earlier Saturday, I watched the expansion team give the aforementioned Aces a ass whooping them damn self.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You telling me an expansion team can look better than you?
Apparently so.
95-68, I believe, was that score in San Francisco.
Like, the talent is there. Aria Atkins, she looks lost. But we know she can drop 20 whenever she wants to. But she looks lost.
In a heartbeat.
She looks lost. Camila Cardozo, she looks uninterested.
Thank you. I'm so glad you brought that up.
Say it again, Playman. Say it again, Black Man.
I'm telling you this.
Say it again.
Carmela Cardozo looks uninterested in this season.
Yep. She doesn't want to play.
Angel Reese is trying to be perfect.
And
that's
she can't
the
be.
problem.
And she can't be.
Ooh. Say that again, sir.
You can't be at every scene. You can't go to the Met Gallup. You can't be at this. You can't be at that. I need you focusing on the Chicago sky.
Thank you so much.
Say it again. Please say that again.
Because I can tell you this. Cole can tell you this. Snowman can tell you. We watched you work during the other season.
Yes.
We watched you with Leah Leslie put work.
Yes, we did.
We watched you in the gym working on your shot. The season get around, and we don't know where you at.
Nor what the hell happened to that work.
And that's why I asked before: is that a coaching issue? Is that Marsh's problem? That's Marsh's fault.
Him up first because he looks like he don't know what he's doing, but he just came from a championship program.
He looks like he doesn't get. Listen, Playmaker, to your point, and to couple that, he just looks like he doesn't give a damn. He's just going through the motions.
You look like a lost child.
Am I wrong?
Crying.
Am I wrong?
No,
I don't. I'm sitting here and I'm like, now Courtney Vandersloot unfortunately tore her ACL.
Yeah,
I hate that for her. She's one of my
I
favorites.
hate that for her because that might be the end of it.
Yeah, I think she's going to hang it up. With the recent retirement of Allie Quigley, after 14 seasons. I think this is it for Vandersloot.
Yeah,
and I hate saying it.
My thing is, you already have your replacement in Haley Van Lith.
Why don't you put her on the floor?
And why is she not on the floor?
She's on the floor. The problem is the coaching staff won't let her go loose.
They won't turn her loose. They won't let her be the thoroughbred.
So what this sounds like is that they're trying, because and I'm not saying that this will happen, but what this seems like is they don't want her to outshine Angel because they really want to put the spotlight on Angel.
Yes.
If they know anything about Angel, Angel can care less about the spotlight if their team is winning.
Agreed.
See,
we know how these corporations
Did
are.
you see her complaining anytime when they was on a championship run in LSU? No, they was handling business.
They were kicking ass.
The funny is, she was not in on why she was in the headline because she was going through some stuff.
But we also know how these greedy corporations work, though.
And which we found out it is the people and the media who are making these negative headlines about her.
I'll agree with that.
And the thing is, y'all act like these negative things shouldn't get to players. Are they not human beings or not?
That's a true point. That's a true point.
Yep.
I can guarantee you right now. Don't think Caitlin Clark ain't going through it either.
Oh, Caitlin Clark's going through it, probably even worse.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure Caitlin Clark is getting tired of her name always being brought up when her name don't even need to be brought up.
She's going through it.
Because
she's going through it.
Because I'm pretty sure Angel's getting tired of Caitlin being brought up in every aspect of her game. And I'm pretty sure Caitlin's also getting tired of every
and the reverse is true.
Right.
And the reverse is true.
Like, let me do me.
Exactly. Kobe said, Michael is Michael. Let Michael be Michael. When Stephen A interviewed him, go on.
And I'm pretty sure, but Caitlin is so class personified because the way that she was raised, she doesn't say much. But I'm pretty sure when she got injured, she was gonna miss games. I'm pretty sure she was getting tired of everybody saying they ain't watching because Caitlin Clark ain't. Are you gonna be a basketball fan or not?
Say that again, please.
Because if you're gonna be a basketball fan, Nafisa Kaya is killing the W right now.
Oh my God.
Yep.
She's
that's what you got.
MVP.
I remember there was an episode you and Cole said that if you're going to leave because Caitlin Clark is not playing, get out. We don't need fans like you. I remember that being said.
Yes, we was dead serious.
How many games? How many games have I covered, Caitlin Clark or not, gentlemen?
Plenty.
Within the last couple of years since I've made the decision to cover the W, I've done as much as I can to cover as many games as I can. Caitlin Clark or not.
Like I said, plenty.
WNBA Thursday is back on the air, which is something Playmaker asked for.
And here's the thing. Snowman knows I don't like coming on shows and even on my show and saying who's the worst team is. Because I don't want to talk about who's the worst. Let me talk about the team that's doing their thing.
Right.
If I talk about you being the worst, that means you probably getting a flagrant foul for some reason.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're getting a flagrant foul.
But I can't do a flagrant foul because this, from what I'm seeing from Chicago, and those people who's out there like, well, you must not have seen the Dallas. No, I saw the Dallas wing play. They just happened to be able to win. And Victor, you can attest to this. Snowman, Cole say he would rather watch the Dallas win than the Chicago Sky.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember saying that.
That makes three of us,
and I don't blame him because it's like
makes three. That makes three of us.
It's one thing to see a team that's just not good, but they try. It's another team. It's another thing to see a team that's not good and doesn't care to get better.
How? Well, okay, gentlemen, Playmaker gentlemen, what was the first game I did this year?
It was
Chicago and Indiana,
Minnesota Lynx, and the Dallas Wings.
Oh yeah, Minnesota
Lynx debut.
Oh yeah,
Friday night. I did a Friday night game
because we did that game, and then we did that game, and we also did the UFL game.
Yep.
with the showboats and the promise.
The tail end of that. Continue, playmaker.
What Chicago did, first of all, they shouldn't even got rid of teaspoon.
That's
you shouldn't got rid of
amen
teaspoon.
to that. Amen to that.
Because Teaspoon had injuries and Carmelo Cardozo as a 1-2 punch.
Yep.
You did what you did to Kennedy Carter. All of a sudden, this team looks awful. Completely awful.
Mm-hmm.
And we were gonna give Taylor March a chance because we say, okay, Taylor, you came from Las Vegas. You know what you know what the game is about, and you know how to watch Beckham and build a championship team. So you should know how it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually the one that says the first year it is what it is.
Yes.
This is the worst first year I have ever watched in basketball.
Dear God. It's
and
awful.
It shouldn't even be this way.
Not at all.
And the thing is, Angel Reese ain't even taking the meanest shot that she took last year.
No, she's not.
You're not seeing 20, 30 shots from me. You barely getting 12 to 13 shots from Angel Reese.
Mm-hmm. Since she's more trying to play as facilitator, trying to pass the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
What I watched Saturday told me what I said. Yeah, this team has no sense of direction.
And I did that game Saturday night.
Yes, you did.
No sense of direction. And it made it so worse. It was on CBS, which means everybody got to watch.
And not CBS Sports or CBS Sports Network, folks. This was on CBS Primetime.
Mm-hmm.
Even without Kate Clark, they still showed the game. And the world got to see. Chicago is terrible.
Awful.
Chicago is trash.
I closed last night.
Joel Embiid.
I closed last night. My brother watched the game against the New York Liberty. And my brother looked at me and was like, yeah, this is Chicago. Just, I don't know what it. That's like I said, Chicago's the worst team in the W.
Oh, God.
Because nobody wants to print them to the direction they need to go to. It's just whatever happens out there happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you have an expansion team in Golden State who nobody has no cohesion this week because they all came from different places.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And yet they're looking more cohesive.
And they looked at Las Vegas and made their first major statement.
They kicked him right in the throat.
I was like, what the hell's going on in Golden State? By the way, the head coach for Golden State also came from the same staff that Taylor Marsh came from.
Same staff. Yes, indeed. And look how they're playing.
That's why Taylor Marsh, you don't get no excuse from me. You was on the same staff. Chicago shouldn't look like this. Chicago should be
They should at least be looking as competent as they were last year. No real
Cardozo and injury should be the female versions of Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Right.
Bullseye.
Right.
Yep. Bullseye.
They should be able to. Y'all want to beat us down low, and you're like, that's a tall task.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Two very capable bigs. Two.
And then guess what? If they found a way to try to neutralize the bigs, you got Haley Van Lith, who we both know is a bona fide scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You got Aria Atkinson. That's why people was complaining about the trade because they just got another score.
Right.
So you got two scores from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca Allen, we saw what she can do Saturday because she was doing good in the first half. And the only reason why they was in the game in the first half.
Yep. That's the only reason they were able to cut the double-digit lead 3 separate times was Rebecca Allen. She banged home a 3, got a 3-point play, and then hit an 18-footer from the outside. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Chicago didn't. They didn't show up in the second half.
They quit.
For that team to look like that, yes, I hate to do this, but it's Taylor Marsh. You looking like the actual problem. Nobody don't want to say it because they want to pick on injuries as much as they can.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Chicago lost. Injuries fault.
Yep.
And that's why I said.
Oh, what did she? How much did she shoot? She went 8 for 13 against New York.
Mm-hmm.
8 for 13. That's why I said I'm not gonna put this on her because she went out there and she balled. But where's her help?
There is no help because they don't have no direction.
Rebecca Allen.
You don't know where to help at.
It's for nothing.
Well, Snowman. Back when Indiana was trying to figure themselves out, what was the one thing that I said they really needed to find in a heartbeat? Identity.
Yep.
Chicago don't have one.
They had an identity last year.
They sure
Buckle up. Put your big girl pants on because if you going to beat us, you're going to go through war.
Buckle up and knuckle up.
Buckle up and knuckle up.
Last year, Chicago reminded me of Detroit back in the 80s.
This team, it's like as soon as they get done, it's like, all right, that's a game.
And what did I say, Snowman, when we did the first Fever Sky game? That like right after the second period, it looked like Chicago just gave up. There were so many empty trips that after they missed the first shot, they went right on defense. They didn't even try for an offensive board.
On 7 consecutive trips midway through the second quarter, it was a one and done for Chicago. Indiana got at least an offensive rebound on every possession, and they were able to turn it into points.
Let's look how they passed the ball Saturday, Victor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
It was like Indiana was we can take that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No crisp passes, no pinpoints, no like when you're a team, you can look at each other and know where to go.
You don't have to even look at each other. Some of them had situations where they were just like no look pass, and the ball went right where it needed to be.
Exactly.
That was the chemistry that a lot of teams had back in the day. That's not even here. That's not nowhere here now.
Chemistry and instinct.
You want to know why the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty are undefeated? Look how they play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they're fun to watch. Those two teams are fun to watch.
All thing you did, you just dropped Natasha Cloud in the Liberty, and it looked like she just fits right well. Ain't even take long for her to fit.
It didn't even take much of the offseason for her to feel cohesive with this team. Since game 1, Natasha Cloud knew what to do and is doing it.
You know, Natasha Cloud only had 5 points last night.
Yep.
And we basically beat the Scout by 20.
Beat their ass.
The Minnesota Lynx didn't have Kayla McBride for like the first week of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's bad. Now Minnesota is picking her right where they left off at.
Mm-hmm.
And not missing a beat. And Ryan McCoffey, you wrong for your comment. We'll talk about that later. Let's let Playmaker finish up here.
Look at Seattle. They have their ups and downs, but when they get it going, good luck.
Look at Golden State.
Look at the Atlanta Dream.
The Atlanta Dream, yes. Because they strolled out with that win last night.
And guess what? Ryan Howard didn't even score that many points.
Ryan Howard had 5 points last night. 5. But when you have a tandem like Alicia Gray and Brianna Jones, look out.
But they know how to distribute the ball.
Good luck.
And guess what? The team that I told y'all to look out for, and Victor can prove it and can vouch for me when I said this, and it's backing me up.
Yep.
Look at the Phoenix Mercury.
Phoenix Mercury.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at what Satu Sabli is doing. Told y'all. She was going to be the face of that franchise, not Kalia Copper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You did say that several times.
But
And
like
that's a player to look at.
They know how to distribute the basketball, get to where it needs to go. You can't say that with the Sky. Because I think they don't know where the ball's supposed to go half the time.
16 steals on Saturday.
16.
And I guarantee you 8 of them was because they was in the passing lane because of those Chicago was throwing lazy passes.
And that's what I said.
Get out of my head, playmaker. That's where I was going next.
That's exactly what I said. They were living in the passing lane.
Look at the second quarter. Look at I know, playmaker, you didn't watch, but your brother did. Victor was with me. Look at the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
The second quarter, the Sky made a run to get back in the game. They got back within 5, but then began those 7 straight trips of one and done or a turnover.
They had to play the game. Once I knew they was playing New York, I was like, they're gonna get blown out. I already know how this is gonna go.
Oh yeah.
I already know how this is going.
Oh yeah.
But you at least want to see some type of a fight back. I mean, look, the Liberty is a Liberty.
If you can't put up a fight against an Indiana football team without Kate and Clark, how does it believe you're gonna put up a fight against New York?
Absolutely right.
I mean, fair enough. I'm just like, even though, the Liberty is a Liberty. They about to clown
Liberty
everybody.
I'm going to make playmaker smile. The Liberty are the champs.
And what do we say about
And what
champs?
do we always say here, gentlemen? To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. Woo! And the way New York is playing right now,
ain't no way.
And I've had 4 shots to do games with them. Done them all. New York is not playing around. Minnesota's not playing around. Saw them first night playing against Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
To be the champs, you must unseat the champs.
Woo!
Woo! And I'm telling you right now, unless somebody else want to prove me wrong, we're gonna have a rematch.
We may.
We called that day one.
We may.
We called that day one. And I got nothing but love for that.
But even
I'll glad and here's the change, folks. It's not 5 games anymore in the finals.
Yes, it's 7 now.
It's a full 7.
But even if yes, it's a tall order to climb. The least you want to see is that I'm not gonna just roll over and let you beat me up. I'm not just gonna roll over and let you kick me in the stomach. Now I'm gonna actually get up and fight back.
I think
which I'm actually proud of Angel Reese for doing because you just don't score 17 points against New York Liberty.
No, you don't.
That's true.
You don't record a double-double against the New York Liberty. You don't do that.
Nope.
But somebody in that organization needs to have a come to Jesus moment with the team.
Yes. Somebody needs to call that.
The GM or the owner need to come down there and get everybody in the meeting, Marsh, that entire team, and be like, look, this is not what our fans want. You all look soft. You all look scared. You all look uninterested.
That last one.
Yeah.
And if that's the case,
last one,
everybody's got to go. I don't think everyone's like that, but at this point, there needs to be some shakeup.
Get out of my head, Victor, because I was thinking the exact same thing. If you don't want to play basketball in the 3rd largest market in the country and help put women's basketball on the map and have it stay there, get the hell out and stay out.
They have one of the richest histories for professional basketball. Both guys and gals.
And what makes it, they need to do something now because guess what? I do not want to wait till August get here when y'all play the Aces. And you know why I'm bringing that game up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
number 3 is going up in the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want her to sit here and see a Chicago team that she helped win the championship with.
Mm-hmm. Looking like
lackadaisical, and Asia Wilson goes off because she's having a rough season too.
Oh, Asia Wilson about to go haywire.
When she
gets it together and she figures it out, playmaker, and you've heard me say this, Asia Wilson is going to go bananas.
because she's having a rough season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she is. She is.
But Chicago, y'all need to figure it out.
And
if you need to, Angel Reese and Haley Van Lake play together. They got chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Haley Van Lake's a dog.
That she is.
But I know what type of dog she is. She's a dog, like, she's going to do what she's told.
She's not the alpha.
But if you tell her, you know what? Go do you.
She's not the alpha wolf. She's not the alpha that, like.
They have the thoroughbreds to run.
They do.
Unleash Haley Van Lake. Run through your post.
Pluralize that for me.
You have two. You have Angel Reese, and you have Camila Cardozo.
That's the thing. Angel Reese has so much potential to just back everybody down.
But here's the other question: it's like, where is Carmella at? Like, this is now what, the third or fourth game where she really hasn't produced anything.
Go back to what Playmaker said earlier. Back to what Playmaker said earlier.
Matter of fact, Vic, I'm gonna put it to you like this: Snowman,
Okay. Yes.
Snowman. Explain to the people what happened when Shaq didn't get the ball when he was with the Lakers.
Shaq wound up leaving.
What? How did Shaq look throughout the game?
Pissed off. Shaq was angry if he didn't get the ball in the post, where he very often had a mismatch, had a mouse in the house.
You know why I bring it up? Because I listen to a lot of Kobe Bryant videos.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the videos he said Phil Jackson had to bring him into the office and say, dial it back so we can bring Shaq forward.
Yes.
Bring Carmella Cardozo forward.
Yeah. She needs the ball low left or low right all the time. All the time. You don't need Cardoso outside.
No.
Indiana, New York, and every other team figured out one thing about Chicago, except aside of the fact that they've been directionless. You pull Cardoso out of the post, you can attack the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's done that to Chicago this year. Hell, if you want to think about it, beginning midpoint of last year, everybody was doing that. You pull Cardoso out of the post, you get Angel Reese going one way, and your guards can go the other way.
Yep, and you're free for the other side.
You know, y'all can. Chicago could easily lead the league in offensive rebound because the fact that Angel Reese just doesn't quit.
Right.
She doesn't.
Right.
She doesn't give up. She doesn't quit. That's the one thing I will always give her credit for. She does not quit, but it's getting to the point. And I said this in the first fight between the Fever. For some reason, I don't know if it's a offensive scheme thing or Tyler or Marsh does not know what's going on, but Angel looked lost on so many positions where she had no idea where the ball was or where she was supposed to be.
Victor, you and I did the first game of the year between the Fever and the Sky. And we talked on Thursday with Allison that Taylor Marsh wanted Angel to have more playmaking duties. And you said something after Angel Reese had the ball in her hands, leading the offense the first 5 times in the first quarter. After they took the ball out of her hands and gave it to Courtney Vandersloot, you said immediately she looked lost.
Angel Reese do not need to be your playmaker.
She could be your playmaker just in the low post. She can make plays there. She doesn't have to be the PG. She doesn't have to be the point guard.
No.
Right.
What I'm saying is your offense don't need to start with Angel Reese.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too.
Do not start your offense with Angel Reese. You don't know how you start your offense? You can start your offense with Haley Van Lith.
You read my mind.
Once you don't want her to do it, you can put in Ari Atkins' hand and let her go to work.
You can put in Elizabeth Williams and let her go to work. You can put in Rebecca Allen and let her go to work, but you got to establish something first.
You need your 2 bigs in the post dominating
all the time.
Yep.
Make the other team think about
Snowman. How many teams in the W start 2 bigs like Angel Reese and Camila Cardozo?
Chicago's the only one. Chicago's the only one.
The only team that can match that, and they will match that when she comes back from her ankle injury, is New York. Because
they're already.
We already know Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese can't shine Breanna Stewart shoes.
No, hell no.
And we know Jonquel Jones is a former league MVP too.
Man, Jonquel Jones. Listen, where is it? Where'd he go? Can Cardoso or Reese even come close
to Jonquel
shining Jonquel Jones's shoes?
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
I'm gonna give Jonquel Jones her flowers right now.
Before you do that, Chicago, one more thing. Can y'all stop? Please stop forcing threes.
Really, Ryan McCarthy? Is that Droid or John Cena? Because you can't see either. Ha ha ha.
Stop forcing threes. Y'all are shooting 20% from three.
20.
Shout out callers.
Work the post. Once you work the post, you'll get open threes.
Inside out. How many times have we sat there and preached inside out? First off, make the opponent think about going in the low post. Make them think about going in the paint because of how dangerous it could be in there. And then
that's why it works so well for the Liberty. You start with Jonquel and Breanna stood up in the inside.
Man,
and then once Jonquel Jones get in the middle of the game, she's outside shooting threes and they're going in, and you're like, all right, there's nothing you can do.
Jonquel Jones punishes people. I want to give her flowers. Okay, I am glad that I've gotten more consistent in covering the W after all the health problems I've been through, and I haven't been able to participate. But Jonquel Jones, my God, Jonquel Jones, Jonquel Jones is Shaquille O'Neal in a New York uniform. One good back down, you're on the floor, and she's spinning right to the basket. Easy layup. How about some love for Jonquel Jones? And then I saw in a game against the Indiana Fever, Jonquel Jones back down Aaliyah Boston, turned around, hit a soft fadeaway, and she had that two-step and was down by half court before it fell to the basket.
You called that game.
I sure did.
And then you saw what inside does, and then all of a sudden the outside game for Jonquel was hitting, and all of a sudden you start seeing New York come back.
It's the Fever, it's the Liberty that showcases every part of the game that most teams would love to have, and Chicago don't have the balls to get.
Now, the only thing I'll say before I get out of here about Caitlin Clark, she understands what it's like to be actually defended.
Yes,
Natasha Cloud got, because everybody knew game on the line. Okay, Natasha, you got Clayton because that's who they going to.
Yep, everybody knew where the ball was going.
And Caitlin found out very quickly, you ain't getting no shot off on me.
Yeah. But the thing is, like now seeing how this 4-game spread, this 4-game spread has been for the Fever, I think it also lights a fire under Caitlin, saying, okay, I really gotta make hay here. I really have to be the impact player. Because
this Saturday I will have full court. Well, yeah, this Saturday I will have full court Fever, and it'll premiere 1 hour before the New York Indiana game. That's the playmaker dropping his thoughts on the Chicago Sky. Nothing but knowledge and nothing but love for you, buddy.
I had to.
On a Wednesday, no less. On a Wednesday, no less. Thank you, partner. You're welcome anytime, my man.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
Finally, we're going to take a break. But when we come back, I have a message for somebody.
We went almost a full hour.
I love it.
Breaks.
Well, that's a way to lead into
61
halftime.
minutes. 61 minutes with 2 great subjects and a weekly guest that we have.
Mm-hmm.
A member of the crew. That's how you start it. This first half of the show is brought to you by Culver's. Pick your flavor, pick your sandwich, pick your lunch. Culver's. Visit the Culver's near you. Second hour, Snowman in the morning with old Snowman delivering a message to somebody trying to ride my coattails. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
During bad, SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Before we go any further, I want to send a shout to a very, very dear friend of the show and of the station, Mr. Cole Johnson, who recently lost his grandmother. He is heading to Houston to put her in her final resting place, and he's going to be stepping away from the mic and from production for a while. And Cole, we love you, period. We love you, and we're always here for you. Me, Big Dog, Droid, Vicala, Wise El Jefe, Big Ben Sutter, Drew Willingham, and Cool McCain, and all the people that know your work, have seen your work, and know you. Just know the fact that we absolutely love you and we absolutely adore you. And we know that you're going to get through this. But when you bury a family member, it is not the easiest thing to do. It is not the easiest thing to deal with. And it's not the easiest thing that you have to confront. But we know you're going to confront it with all the grace and the valor that you have shown us over the years. So, Cole, we absolutely love you. We know you're going to get through it. We know you're going to get through this, and we know it's going to be tough for you to be away for a while, but take care of you. That's what we wish for you, and that's what we want for you. Take care of you. And I say that to all the men around the nation. Take care of you first. Make the conscious decision to take care of you because you matter. Men, I want y'all to remember this, no matter what color, race, or creed. And I'm starting to cry because this is very important to me, which is why I'm becoming a speaker on this. Take care of you. Make the conscious choice to put you first. You've earned it and you deserve it. We owe you an ID. Let's pause for station identification. This is Snowman in the Morning.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is WJKS, Indianapolis, Chicago. This is WBWS-DB, Chicago. This is WSMM-DB, Indianapolis, Louisville, Cincinnati.
8 after the hour on the second hour of Snowman in the Morning. And I was supposed to have a guest on today, but my spider senses told me otherwise. So I'm going to deliver a message.
Oh, boy.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to cloud the time because he doesn't deserve the time. Tonight, it's Game 3 of the NBA World Championship Series between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. That series is tied 1 game apiece. And I'll begin with this. It should be 2-0 Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it should be. I mean,
2 games to none.
But that game 1
was electric.
That game 1 was evil.
But it's something, and it's something I said on Shooting Lights Out. OKC played with their food.
Yep. And Indiana pissed in it.
Yep. And now they're heading into Indiana tied at 1.
I'm gonna say
to Indianapolis.
I said, yeah, well, OKC
it's
did
going
fight back.
to be a bleeping zoo.
Oh, yeah.
In the capital city. First time that they've hosted a finals game in 25 years. 25 years.
Gamebridge is going to be off the team.
Gamebridge is going to be beyond SRO.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Scalpers are going to be trying to make their money.
United Center, anybody?
Yep.
Oh, hell with that. Chicago Stadium, anybody?
Yep.
Arrowhead Stadium, anybody? For you, Shane, Boston Garden, anybody?
Boston
Garden.
Gamebridge Fieldhouse is going to be bleeping crazy.
You can talk about Gillette Stadium too, back during the Brady
Oh my
years.
God! No, you can go back to Sullivan Stadium. But the first year that the Patriots won the Super Bowl, they were still playing in Sullivan Stadium.
Hey, listen, folks. Remember, buy your tickets from a trusted source. As we're getting into a new season of the NFL soon, and into a new season of MLB, we're about, let's say, a quarter of the way through.
Yep.
Buy your tickets from trusted sources. Don't believe these ones that say you can get a ticket for $10.
Right.
You ain't getting no Chiefs ticket for $10. All right. You ain't
No.
getting no Eagles ticket for $10. All right. Buy from trusted sources. I will name some. One of our sponsors is SeatGeek. Buy from SeatGeek. Buy from TickPick. Buy from Ticketmaster.
Mhm.
Buy from your trusted sources. Do not buy from a random email you get.
Please
You can
don't do
free
that.
tickets. You can get free tickets. Trust giveaways from the official team pages.
From the
Trust
official.
trust giveaways from the official team media as well. And speaking of SeatGeek, this is second hour, and it's presented by such. Whether it's courtside for your favorite team, front row for a concert, or cheering from the 50-yard line, SeatGeek gets you there. Download the app, use the code Snowman, and save $20 off of your first purchase. That's only with the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. And there's
with the
another
power
read
of
I need to get it.
I am gonna go see Lil Wayne in Kansas City.
Nice.
So I'm happy to go
Holy-
see that.
Where is he playing?
I believe it's at the center.
It's okay.
Hold
Okay.
on.
I want to get
Lil
this. I
Wayne,
want to get
Kansas
this one
City.
in too. We got a new partner here, travel partner, AB&J Travel Agency.
Yep.
Most people regret not traveling more as they get older. AB&J is trying to change that. They believe everyone should travel regardless of income. We help travel dreams come true for all wallets, big and small. You're looking to travel now, no matter how big or small your budget is, then give a call to AB&J Travel Agency at 513-991-2717 or search out microphone or search out AB&J Travel Agency on Facebook. And remember, folks, new football season is here, pro and college. Texas at Ohio State.
August 26th is when Lil Wayne is in Kansas City. He will be playing at the center and joined by Belly Gang Cushington.
Nice.
And Tyga.
By the way, speaking of the tickets for the NBA Finals, I just went down a rabbit hole I did not want to go down, and my jaw has kind of slacked a little bit.
Talk to me.
Cheapest seats right now in Gamebridge, over $500.
Not surprised.
Not surprised at all.
By the way,
Not surprised at
courtside seats right now, there are some available.
Over a
if
K?
you want to dump $23,000.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Give me this, bud.
23?
23,000.
23,000.
$23,000 for courtside seats
In
in
Indianapolis, I
Indiana.
love Gainbridge Fieldhouse as much as the next guy, but there is not a seat in that place that is worth more than 1,000.
There isn't
When it
today.
comes to the
There is
finals.
tonight.
By
And
the
mind
way,
you, it's been a long time since we've been to the finals.
They've got some of the lower bowl seats anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000.
Yeah, I remember. But it's been a long time. It's been a while since
25 years. Just
Yeah,
like it took
exactly.
the Bulls 25 years to get to their first NBA final.
Mm-hmm.
Here are your playoff tickets for
Chicago Stadium was a nut house.
Yeah. But
Stacey
yeah.
Jones, one of our newest members of the channel, is in the chat, and I didn't acknowledge anybody in the Fanatic feedback zone because we were too busy going off. So let's do that right now. Our feedback zone is brought to you by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. And I think I have a read for that. Let me find it really quick. I don't have the graphic, but I know I got a read for Fanatics here somewhere, and here it is. Our feedback zone is presented by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Gear up with jerseys, hats, and fanwear from your favorite teams and players, from tip-off to touchdown, from home run to safe at the plate. Fanatics has what every true fan needs. Use the code Snowman at checkout and represent your squad with pride only at Fanatics, where fandom lives. Fanatics, officially licensed everything. I knew I had that read around here somewhere. I got two stacks of reads, this one and this one, but I got to label them because one stack is for the games and one stack is for the morning show, but they can be interchangeable.
By the way, if you get a chance,
first one to bust was the first one to pop the can on the Fanatics feedback zone at the top of the first hour. I hope you're doing well, young man. Thomas O'Boyle is with us. Jake Zero in the house, going in, helping me go in when I was talking about Angel Reese. Arku says, Snowman, I didn't watch it. I was at my cousin's high school grad party, and that same night, I got to go see Lilo and Stitch. I got to go see Lilo and Stitch in theaters. Jake Zero just handling more, just loving the sounders that we got. Sick Diggy is here with us from Norway. The Beautiful Bearded Bastards. Check out their podcast on YouTube. That's their actual name. Says hello, everyone. Ryan McCoffey. I'll read his first message here. Good morning, Snow Crew. Part of the reason Angel Reese was so successful at LSU is because Kim Mulkey knew how to rein her in and focus. Let me read that part again. Part of the reason Angel Reese was so successful at LSU is because Kim Mulkey knew how to rein her in and focus. This coaching staff doesn't.
Because there was a leader there. Where's the leader in Chicago right now?
There is none. You mean a sky train wreck, says Ryan McCarthy. He says, I'll see myself out. And of course, he kept sticking around. Is that droid or John Cena? We already saw that. Stacy Jones hopping in the chat with us. Join us every day, folks, when we're on air, as the Feedback Zone is presented by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Back to game 3 of the NBA World Championship Series.
Yeah.
It's going to be a zoo in the capital city.
Now the thing is, will the Knicks be able to survive the sixth man being the field house?
You mean the Thunder?
The Thunder will not survive.
I'm sorry, they wear similar color uniforms. I get them confused.
Yeah.
I think Indiana's going to take them both.
We'll see what happens, because OKC came back and played like OKC in game 2. I'm not putting it past them.
I would
silence the field house.
I wouldn't put it past them either, but they're going to need a hell of a performance to silence 18,000 plus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about a team that has not hosted a finals game in 25 years. They stole one in Oklahoma City.
Literally
Game
stole
one
it.
was an absolute
They stole one.
Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton heisted that one
with a 20-footer as the clock was going dead.
But again, that's because OKC let them stick around for a long time. They had at least 6 different chances to put them away in game 1.
They had 20. Indiana had 20 turnovers in the first half. 20.
And they just kept playing with their food, and
finally dropped it.
Who said I ain't good yet?
They dropped it, and Indiana pissed in it thanks to Tyrese Halliburton stealing that game for him. Tyrese Halliburton had an awful game in game 1.
Yeah.
He had a really awful game in game 2. Get to that in a minute. He had an awful game in game 1, but Indiana hung around long enough for him to steal it with the game winner.
Listen, there's a reason Pascal Siakam was the Eastern Conference Final MVP and not Tyrese
Halliburton.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Siakam's going to be a key tonight. They've got to go to him more often. And
I disagree.
To tonight's game is going to be Miles Turner.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
I was going to say, I disagree with Siakam being the key. Siakam, he's kind of iffy. He's about as bipolar as Joel Embiid, whether or not he wants to be injured or not. So,
poor boy.
Miles Turner is the guy you got to look at. Mainly because
Joel Embiid sucks.
Why are we why are we having all this laughter? Yes, Joel.
Why? Because yes, Joel, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you forever and ever. Amen.
Poor Blake.
Being the butt of our jokes.
Listen, if Miles Turner ends the game with six rebounds or less, you know what happened. Miles Turner did not show up. Now, if he has 7 or more, he played.
I still got to. I don't know. I mean, Pascal has been balling recently in the last little bit of the series.
Also
6 of the last 8 playoff games, he's had 30. And we may as well go ahead and do this now because I got the numbers up, and I know Shane's going to be looking at the numbers here in a moment.
Oh, we picking?
Oh, we're picking.
Okay. Oh, we're going to end up doing that now out of the way. Okay.
We're going to pick.
Hang on a second.
I'll let you get
one of our friends at Culver's, his name is Draven Grossfield. Shout out to you, by the way, Draven, if you're listening to this. He is an OKC Thunder fan, and he brought up a great point. Two guys that need to show up for OKC is Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, and consistency rules. All right, consistency rules.
It's not
No, we
beating a
don't have
dead
to.
horse when the horse ain't dead yet, Blake.
Well, this horse is.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
More on that later.
All right, Dag Nabbit. Let's do this. Let's pick tonight's Game 3 of the NBA Finals. It's brought to you by BetUS.com, the official sports book of Snowman in the Morning and Snowman Multimedia. BetUS.com, where the game begins. I'll do the read after we do our picks. Shane, lay the numbers down for us.
All right, I got the line for tonight's game. It's sitting at a combined over-under of 228. They've got the Oklahoma City Thunder favored by 5.5.
All right,
okay.
Droid, I'll let Droid lead it off.
Listen, there's a lot of things that you got to consider. You got to consider three things. Who shows up? So will Chet show up? Will Jalen Williams show up? Will and I'm talking about the other Jalen Williams, not Jalen Williams, curly hair, 20.2 points average. I'm talking about Jalen Williams, who has 2.5 points averaging right now.
Mm-hmm.
And does Obi Toppin show up? That's another thing. The thing is, if OKC wins tonight, just about what I was just about to say, playmaker, the series
is done, and I agree.
Because if OKC can steal one at home,
they're going to steal
Indiana's home.
It's going to be a gentleman's sweep. It's going to be a gentleman's sweep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who you got, Droid?
So I think Thunder win, Indiana cover.
All right, to the big dog we go.
Usually I like to save mine for last because I like blowing points up out of the sky, but we all know Shea Gildress is going to get his. He's guaranteed 30 plus.
Yep.
It's going to be a matter of bench production between Oklahoma and Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is Indiana's bench, as we have seen through the playoffs, has been electric at times.
Dynamite.
They need to show up tonight in order to save this series. Obi Toppin's got to go off. But also in the front five, Pascal's got to go off. Tyrese needs a rebound game tonight as well. And he's been known to get them. Give me Indiana. Give me the spread. And they cover.
Victor?
Yeah, here's the thing. This is one of the biggest matches, and something spooky is going to happen.
Quit using my phrase.
I flipped the coin,
and the coin on its side.
No, it disintegrated.
It just.
I think I flipped it too high.
Batman Forever. Hello.
it completely disintegrated. Here's the thing. Both teams have everything to gain and everything to lose all in one shot. I'm going to take it to the highest of high courts, and I'm going to put this in Indiana, but it may take an extra period to get it done.
All right, folks, make your picks in the chat along with this, and I'm going to I got to wrap this up, don't I? I got to wrap up our pick tonight. All right, it's game 3, Pacers and Thunder, NBA World Championship Series. Indiana stole game 1. Thunder won game 2. Everybody gave their key to tonight's game. I have 2 of them for Indiana. Number 1 is Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin has been an absolute beast in the latter part of this playoff run. Point to his run against the Knicks in game 1, where he hit not 1, but 2 big 3-point field goals against Oklahoma City to lead the comeback from 15 down. The second key is going to be Miles Turner, because he basically disappeared in game 2 when they were able to pull him out of the post. Game 3, electric Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tyrese Halliburton needs a bounce back game. Miles Turner needs a bounce back game. But I'll give you a key that could get the Pacers started early, and his name is Aaron Nesmith out of Arizona. Aaron Nesmith and his hot shooting and his hybrid play can ignite Indiana. And if he gets ignited, the Pacers get going. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to call for the Pacers to win. I will take those 5.5 points, and I will call for the Pacers to get the straight up win tonight. And what's the over under?
The over under was 228.
228. Yeah. I'm going to go over. And it will take an extra period, but I think it will go over, but I think this takes an extra period, and I think the Pacers steal it tonight. So I'm going with the Pacers. And y'all already know Jody's pick.
No, Blake, it did not go up the Steelers behind. No, it did not.
Oh, God.
So those are our picks presented by
BetUS.com. Snowman in the Morning is brought to you by BetUS.com, the official sports book of Snowman Multimedia. With 25 years of experience and the best odds in the game, BetUS is where the game begins. NBA, NFL, WNBA, and more, all in one place. Sign up today at BetUS.com. Use the code Snowman for big bonuses. We're due for a break, and when we come back, there's something wrong with the NBA Finals. I'll talk about that, and you know how we're going to put a bow on this puppy. Back
oh, crap.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Weather driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
So I'm putting in an application to be the voice of Ohio State women's basketball at the current moment.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. Let's go over some records. For our Major League Baseball picks. And Droid, I'll let you handle that.
So tied at first right now is Brian and I, respectfully, with Brian having a 6-3 record. His correct predictions that led him to that record was Padres, Yankees, Rangers, Mets, and Reds, and Tigers.
Mm-hmm. And when you know it, I missed with the Astros. From the
we didn't even do that game, remember? We skipped over it.
But still, from the ain't that a bitch department, the White Sox won.
Who expected that?
They're on a run. They're on a run.
Yeah,
right now.
I said it yesterday. They're getting hot.
My wins come from the Blue Jays, the Yankees, the Mets, the Red Sox, the Cubs, and the Tigers, respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicola with 5-4 record, pretty solid.
Hey,
Blake.
At least I'm in the positive.
And Blake.
Blake is
His
the
final
Joel Embiid of it. Blake is the
3-7.
Joel Embiid of our picks.
He had a Padres win. He got the Padres win correct. He got the Cubs win correct. And he got the Tigers win correct. That was it.
That was it.
And
oh, God.
And the oddballs of each match.
Mm-hmm.
The Washington Mets game, the goal for the Nats was Blake. He got the loss on that one. Everybody else win.
Mm-hmm.
And the strong pusher of the Toronto Blue Jays, me.
You got that one right. And the Blue
ended
Jays
up coming out with
drilled.
the
Blue Jays drilled the Cardinals last night.
They sure did.
Blue Jays took down the Cardinals.
They absolutely derailed the Cardinals last night.
They sure did.
Since we had fun doing it yesterday, let's do it again.
Oh,
let's do it. Shane, bring up the baseball games for tonight.
Okay.
All right. I've already got them up ahead.
We'll make this a season-long thing.
Actually,
we got one.
We got to get. There's one we have to. Hey, listen. There's one we have to do right now because they're in warm-ups right now. It's
I was
Pirates.
about to get to that.
Let's do it.
Marlins Pirates are kicking things off at 12:35 Eastern, which means they are warming up right now. First pitch should be in the next few minutes.
Bucks. Give me the battling Bucks.
I'm going and I'm taking the Pirates.
Well, am I actually supposed to get in on this one?
I am dealing with some internet issues. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I am dealing with internet issues. We're bringing it back. And so we got 2 for Pirates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't made mine yet because I don't know if I'm supposed to be in on this or not since you guys started already.
You can join, but I got to refresh StreamYard because I am lagging, brothers.
Okay.
Who you picking real quick?
Marlins.
He's going Marlins.
He's going Marlins.
That boy is going to be on one lonely island. Give me the Pirates.
Yep. We're 3 out of 4 for the Pirates. Next game.
1:05 Eastern, Cubs, Phillies.
Go Phillies, God damn it.
Dear Philadelphia Phillies and JJ, please beat the crap out of the Cubs.
May I correct that, please?
Go ahead.
Please, dear Philadelphia Phillies, voiced by play-by-play with JJ, put a foot in the Cubs' ass for us, will you please?
Please.
I'll make it a third on the Phillies. As I
think we have him
believe
back.
we finally
We have
got
him
him
back?
back. Are you back yet?
Yep.
He's here.
All right,
Okay.
we got 3 for
Cubs
the
and
Phillies
Phillies.
right now. Cubs, Phillies, 105.
So, what did you pick for Marlins Pirates?
I got Pirates.
Bucks.
Pirates. All right. So the vote is 3-1. I am taking the Marlins. Right. So next up is the Chicago Cubs at the Phillies.
Yep, and the 3 of us took Philly.
We got Philadelphia.
You're going out on a, you're going.
Oh,
out on
you
a
know
lonely
I'm going
island?
the other way because
He's going
listen,
Renegade.
they
The
made a
Cubs-
statement victory against the Phillies yesterday. They're going to go and do it again.
No, they won't. Next one.
2:10 Eastern. Braves, Brewers.
Brewers. Get drunk. Brew Crew. And they hit at least 2 home runs. Brewers.
I don't want to go there, but yeah, I have a choice. Give it a
I
Brewers.
love you, Larry. I love you, Larry Dixon, and the Dixon Way on YouTube. I do, but I'm going with the Brewers.
Well, I don't think this game's going to be just a bit outside. I got the Brew Crew going with this one.
All right, Droid, finish it.
Dude, we've all seen the clip, right? We've all
Yep.
seen the clip. Down the middle of the plate. Ball. Huh?
Well, that's because Angel Hernandez was behind the plate.
That was not Angel Hernandez. It was his son.
Oh.
Ouch.
Damn.
Ouch.
Okay.
Okay, then.
But hold on. Where's one of these?
Tails.
Damn it.
It landed sideways.
Brewers.
All right.
All right, next on the
Victor.
list. 2:15 Eastern. Blue Jays, Cardinals.
I'm wearing. You know what? Screw it. If I get beat up, I get beat up. I'm staying with the Cardinals. Even though the Blue Jays are hotter than fish grease right now, and they drilled us last night in St. Louis, I gotta. I'll take the L.
I'm doing this
If,
for you, Rain.
if the L happens, the L happens. But it's my first favorite team. Even though I will admit I do love me some Toronto Blue Jays. I don't have any Blue Jays gear.
Mhm.
I got some White Sox gear thanks to my beautiful wife, but I'm going with the Cardinals. Going with the home team.
I don't blame you. I mean, I think one of the big parts of that St. Louis team is Lars Nootbaar is still on that team, and he's still batting like he's life depends.
Hell yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, he is.
But I think the Cards have one guy to rely on, and it's Ivan Herrera. But
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Vladdy Guerrero. All right, I'm going with
I
cover
wouldn't-
athlete.
I wouldn't be surprised. Would
Mm-hmm.
not be surprised in the least. Victor?
Doing this for you, Rain. I'm going Cards.
Oh, 2 for the Cardinals. All right,
Yeah.
dog, finish it.
Vladdy Baby crushes one out of the yard late. Give me the Jays.
Do it for Rain.
Look, he crushes one and it reaches the arch. All right.
I'm just saying, do it for Rain.
He
Wait,
reaches.
there was a game that we glossed over.
No, we got.
No.
This is the 4th one on the list, dude.
Reds
Yeah.
Indians.
We haven't gotten there yet.
We ain't got there yet.
It's at 12:10. You went
It's
over. You went
Reds.
12:05, and then you
Fine.
went 110.
I'll make it a sweep for
Yeah,
everybody.
That's not
Red.
showing on the on
Yeah.
my. That's not showing.
Yeah, it's not showing
Red.
either, dude.
I see it here. It's Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Well, it's Cincy anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Reds. Reds.
WKRP in the house.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
exactly.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
And yes, I'm throwing the old Major League Baseball on NBC theme at everybody today.
How about this one at 2:40? It's Arizona and Seattle. D-backs versus
Give me the
Mariners.
Snakes. Give me the Snakes.
I'm going the other way. Big Dumper launches another one, helps Mariners end up winning this, but it's going to be close.
I got the Snakes pulling the upset again.
Yeah. I'm gonna go D-backs on this one. I'm not. I would D-backs. D-backs. You knew what I said.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I just don't know if this will be the Mariners get right game. I think it might be another game.
Mm-hmm.
Julio Rodriguez at bat. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and belted. High fly ball deep to left field. And that's the ball game. I'm taking the Mariners.
Okay.
You'll be sorry.
Next one on the hit list, 4:07 Eastern. Most of these are getaway games.
Mm-hmm.
You got the A's and you got the Angels.
I'm gonna be looking for. I look for the Angels in the outfield. Really?
Oh, that's the first one we've had this year for an.
All right, I'm going with. All right, I'm going with the. I'm going with the Athletics.
We had this,
It's a coin toss.
yesterday.
It's a coin toss. I'm going with the Athletics.
Angels.
You know what? I remember a dog had left midway through the game. We had a couple yesterday.
Yep.
All right.
And the survey said
Athletics.
Athletics.
I'm taking the A's. I got Trouty going fishing in the rocks later today.
Yep.
Next
one.
4:10 Eastern. It's the Dodgers and the Padres in the battle of the National League West.
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
This is Shohei's get right game. Dodgers.
619 in the house. Tatis goes yard. I'm calling it now. 6:35 Eastern. Tigers, Orioles.
Tigers. And it ain't even close.
Yeah, what happened to the Orioles? They were actually looking to be like a
They
dynamite team.
They fired their manager. I'm
why.
I'm gonna say Tigers, and it ain't even close.
Tigres.
You already know where I'm going. I don't even need to say anything.
Yep.
Sweep it. Tigres.
Next one.
7-10. It's a National League East matchup. Nationals, Mets.
Oh, crap. Mets. Mets. They're at the new Shea Stadium. Mets.
Mets.
Sweep it. I'll take the Mets in this one, too. Nationals don't have that much offense going
How
on.
about the Mets, baby? Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets.
I got the Mets.
Do us one for Deets.
And this is from my buddy Big John, the man in charge of Pure Adrenaline Sports on YouTube. Go check them out. They do some great play-by-play work. John is awesome at what he does.
The next
one.
The next 7-10 game is the Tampa Bay Rays and my beloved Boston.
I mean,
you're an ass, dude. I couldn't even get through my team name before you hit it.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was
He's going to
coming.
do this again next time there's a baseball
Rays.
team that turns out to be New England.
Rays.
I'm going the other way. I'm going Sox.
All right.
Attaboy. Victor Locke is learning.
I'm taking my beloved, but the biggest reason is Roman Anthony goes off tonight.
I believe it.
It was a pitching matchup last night. 3-1 was the final score, I believe, in favor of the Sox.
Yes.
I got that pick right. Well, the other two decided to not pick. I'm going Sox again.
Next on the hit list, 7:40 Eastern, it's the Yankees and the Royals.
Royals.
Yankees. I'm sorry.
And honestly,
I'm a homer, but I'm not stupid.
I don't know.
That's
about
becoming a damn
I'm a
t-shirt and
baseball.
that's not
I'm a
damn line.
baseball fan, and I'm not stupid. Aaron Judge launched one last night that broke Crown Vision. He's going to launch one tonight that's going to finish Crown Vision. I'm going with the Yankees.
I'm going Royals.
I hate this, but oh god, Judge puts one in the fountain. The Yankees win.
The thing
Next
is,
up,
And the ghost of the ghost of John
win.
and the ghost of John
happy with
Sterling
that.
appear. And the ghost of John Sterling appears.
Yep.
The Yankees win.
I'm gonna have that as a soundbite. By
You're
tomorrow,
welcome.
I'm gonna have that as a soundbite. Next one.
7:40 Rangers Twins.
After the beating they just laid on the Twinkies. The beating they laid down the Twinkies. I'm going Rangers.
I got nothing. Rangers.
And I went Rangers last time, so I'm going with them again.
I got nothing.
The Rangers knocked the cream filling out of the Twinkies last night. They're going to destroy the cake tonight.
They're gonna do an elbow
The
drop
sponge
on the
cake is
cake.
gone.
The sponge cake will be dropped tonight.
It's a
Next
sweep,
one.
which means the next one on the list is the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros at 8:10 Eastern.
Damn.
This is a hard one.
Damn.
This is where I think you belonged with this move right here.
And I gotta call that bitch.
This is a tough one.
And I gotta call that bitch.
Do the Astros get back right, or does the White Sox?
Do the White
press
Sox
roll 'em?
continue to surprise?
Yeah.
I hate this. What did our dear friend Alvin Washington say, Victor, from the Ain't That a Bitch department?
Yep.
This is one of those. I gotta do a soundbite for it. This is one of those games where you go, "Ain't that a bitch?"
Literally.
All right, screw it. I'm going with my White Sox. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if Houston wins, but this is one of those games that could turn in a year or two into an American League Championship Series matchup. Yes, I'm calling that right now. I'm going to go with the White Sox.
And that's what I'm going to. I'm going with the White Sox.
I think I will be able to say that's a White Sox winner tonight.
I've got the Astros, and it's going to take Altuve being Altuve to win it.
Look.
Wouldn't be surprised if Altuve.
Altuve is Altuve. Last one.
Hold up.
Giants.
Droid, what's your
Droid pick?
Sorry, Droid.
Look, it's a shooting star.
Astros.
Yeah.
Last game on the list, and here's your dumpster fire game. Giants, Rockies.
Glass. No,
Man, the Giants are going to absolutely obliterate the Rockies.
Hold on. Where's Mike? Where's Mr. Tomlin?
Oh, I got you.
Mr.
Oh, I know what he's looking for.
That one?
9 and 8.
We do not care.
Mr.
That's the
9
one
and
he's
8
looking for.
himself.
I'll say Giants just to help.
I'll
record,
say
but I could
Giants.
not care less.
Giants.
Dear Colorado Rockies.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
God.
Giants.
What have we unearthed, Victor?
You know what?
What in the hell have we unearthed?
You know what? At the top of the ninth, at the bottom of the ninth, or at the end of the eighth, the Rockies led that game.
Yep.
And then they fell apart.
And then look what happened.
And then they fell into the toilet bowl.
That suddenly, Rockies pull out a win. I'm just saying.
Shut up. Those are
I
our
will
picks.
take the L proudly if they don't get the win.
He'll eat the L with cheese on it.
But I am
He sounded like me. I love it.
missing 2 votes,
Yeah.
which is Athletics Angels from Brian and Victor.
Wait, we already picked that one,
I
right?
didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
By the way, these picks are today.
I went athletic. We swept in with athletic.
I took the
went
Angels.
Angels.
You took the Angels? Okay.
I took Angels.
I went with the Athletics.
I
I
took
broke the
Angels.
glass first.
Yeah.
I broke
took
the
Angels.
glass.
Looking for Angels in
I'm
the
going-
outfield.
I'm going with the Athletics.
Wait a minute. Danny Glover showing up?
Maybe. Probably Tony Danza too. And Christopher
Man,
Lloyd.
don't. All right. Those are our picks for baseball. And yes, we're doing picks for every sport now. Gotta love it. It's brought to you by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Does this mean I got to dig up the line for all the games now?
Yes.
Probably.
I'll have them tomorrow.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. Yes.
I'll have
yes,
them tomorrow.
Yes. And yes.
We have
Sí,
one
sí,
more.
señor, sí.
We have one more
Do we
piece of
even have
business.
time for one more thing?
Yeah, we
Oh,
have
yeah.
11 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Crap.
We got time.
Do I need to hit the button?
Cue the heartbeat.
Cue the heartbeat.
Crap!
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
sports.
Let's get this frivolous BS over with.
So I was out and about yesterday.
Here we go.
In my wife's truck.
Okay.
And I made a stop to get some sweet tea for me and my beauty.
And
then this happened.
What you mean?
So I had a conversation with a bronze sexual.
What you
mean?
Right on cue. And this stupid, idiotic bronze sexual said to me, quote, "You cannot argue with me about LeBron James being the greatest because LeBron has already proven it." Close quote.
These people are so confident.
And now a word from Stupid University.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, Stupid University. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating, high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid University, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
I looked at him and I said, "You stupid. How can you make that? How can you make a statement like that knowing you have no facts to back you up?" So what you do? He pulls out his phone. He shows me all the LeBron numbers,
the stats,
and he looks at the stats and he goes, "Look, he's got more of this than MJ. He's got more of that than MJ. LeBron is the GOAT." I said, "Really?"
He has more L's than MJ too in the finals.
I shut this conversation down real quick. And Bruce, I hope you were able to get your truck out with the concrete being poured, my friend. I said, "I can shut you down with one sentence." He said, "What's that?" "There's one thing that Michael has that LeBron will never get." "Well, he already has 4 championships." "That ain't it." "Well, he's already got more than 5 all NBA selections." "That ain't it." "Well, what? What is it?" DPOY. This young fella claimed to be a basketball fan, but when I said those letters, he looked at me like a deer in headlights.
Wait a minute. You mean the fact that we now need a word from our sponsor?
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YOKAY. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
Somehow getting paid for by the city.
I still don't know how that is.
Honestly, I could do you one better.
Go ahead.
I could do you one better. Because I too had a conversation with a bronze sexual.
What you mean?
What you mean? Was outside because one of my neighbors was working on his car, so I decided to sit out and chat with him. And a couple of guys walked by, and one of them had a LeBron James jersey.
Dear Lord!
Oh crap!
And basically asked this question.
Open it. Quote.
What would happen if LeBron James pulled a Joanna man and decided to join the WNBA?
Close stupid quote.
I don't know what possessed me, but without misspeaking, I said, well, we know one person Angel Reese can box out effectively.
Now to put a bow on this puppy very quickly.
Oh, please do.
He said, "I don't know what DPOI stands for. It doesn't exist." Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he pissed me off. I said, "Oh, yes, it does." I said, if you know your basketball, which you claim to, but obviously you don't.
I blame analytics for that.
You know those letters stand for Defensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And before he could open his mouth, I shut it quickly. And all I said was, look up the year 1988.
My brother's birth year, actually.
And I shut this bronzexual down. He went away and never came back. Why? Because yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. Always will be you. You suck. You blow. And you can't play basketball forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Thank God.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window.
I didn't do that right.
False start. Offense.
I'll take
Dear
it.
Brownsexuals.
Dear Brownsexuals. F you.
There it is.
Dear friends of Brownsexuals. F you.
Well, this has been updated to a personal foul.
Mm-hmm.
Dear friends of Brownsexuals. F you too.
Illegal block in the back.
Roughing the
Dear
passer.
Facebook for letting Brownsexuals on with all this venom. F you.
Running into the kicker.
Dear networks that have shoved Brownsexuals and LeBron down our throats and up our asses for 22 years. F you, and f you.
And they'll
Face
do it for
mask.
22 more.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
That's a face mask.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Brownsexual Confessions.
There might be 3 full hours tomorrow because I'm going to play the end of season service in its entirety.
Oh, dear God.
Matter of fact, I'll make the decision right now. If you want to see it in its entirety, become a member of the channel because that's where I'll play it. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. And thanks for hanging with the guys today. See ya. Hey.
I hit that same time you did.
Again.
Again.
Try again.
As I said, we're dreaming big and doing bigger, and we hope y'all are too. So long, everybody. And why did all this go to hell? Because yes, Aaron, it is you. Bye.
Wow.